Hey everyone, welcome back to Kearns Custom Garage. I am your host, David Kearns, and today we're going to be continuing the reassembly of the engine. If you're new to the channel and want to get caught up on what we've done so far, go check out our other videos here. We do a weekly update to the cost tracker for this project, which we'll be covering at the end of the video. In the last video, I forgot to add the cost to repair the valve guide, so adding that to the cost tracker now. If you want to check out the full budget, I linked a copy of it in the description. That way you can follow along with the items that still need to be completed or use it as a template for your own project. And with that, let's get started. The supplies we need today are some different types of greases for lubrication. We used the standard grease and then the red assembly jelly. We also used that valve spring clamp we used during disassembly. Also some oil seals for our new valves and a torque wrench. We tested different types of spring clamps to give you guys some variety. So this one's a cheap variant. It's about $20 off of Amazon or your local parts store. We start by putting some motor oil on the rubber seal to prevent any scraping or nicking. Then load the spring into the clamp, put it on the valve, install the keepers, and release the tension. After that, we repeat that process for the rest of the valves. Once all the springs are installed, we place the gaskets and the heads on the block and started bolting it down. Giving you a visual on where the different size bolts go on each head. You'll want to make sure you torque them down to their proper torque setting with your torque wrench, starting in the center and working your way outwards. Torque specs for the 350 small block are 65 foot-pounds. It's helpful to torque your bolts in stages, so torque everything down to 35 foot-pounds, then go back over it again at 65 foot-pounds. This ensures that you have an even seal on your gasket. Next, we move on to installing the lifters and push rods. We put some red jelly on the lifters and put some grease on each end of the rod. This decreases friction between parts during startup and will help prevent any potential damage that could occur. Once those are in, we start installing the rocker arms. I find it easiest to get all the rocker arms on first, then go back and tighten them down. Torquing the rocker arms does require fine tuning for each individual rocker arm. The way we're going to do that is by turning the crankshaft, which will in turn rotate the cam, so there is less pressure on the lifters and push rods. We want the piston we are working on to be at the lowest position, thus putting the camshaft into a position that provides the least amount of tension on the lifters and push rods. Next, we tighten the bolt on the rocker arm until we get a fair amount of resistance, then rotate a quarter turn more. Then we rotate the crank for the next round of hand cramps. If you're wondering how we determine where bottom dead center is on these cylinders, we have this handy whistle connected to a thread that matches the spark plug hole. I found one on Amazon for about 40 bucks. There might be something better out there. Let me know if you guys find something that works better for you. The idea is that once the whistle stops, you are either at top dead center or bottom dead center. So make sure you pay attention to your firing order, otherwise you'll be adjusting your rocker arms at top dead center and creating too much pressure on your components. That's all we were able to get done today, but we're getting really close to finishing this part of the project. Here's the update to the cost tracker. Total for today is about $460, while the running total for the project jumped to just shy of $2,000. We have a few more parts coming in, so this tracker is going to be really helpful for understanding what we've accomplished so far. Today we're going to be spotlighting Pete's Garage. They give another really good visual on how to install these rocker arms. It's always good to do research on multiple sources before committing to a project. But that's all we have time for today. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Tune in next time where we'll be guest starring the son of Crashin' Kearns himself and installing the intake and carburetor. Once again, this is David Kearns with Kearns Customs Garage.